Hello students, after little pause we meet here again. Students of standard 9 English medium. Today you will learn Sanskrit subject and one poem number 16 Okay? Students, before we start this poem, we have to little bit revise what we learned in last videos. On my right side you can see students, these topics we learned in last session. See here, in last video or session we learned chapter number 15. In that chapter we learned about similarity of nature. In that chapter we learned about in one family means a person, one who birth means got birth in one family. Same way another person, one who also gets birth in another family. At that time their interest, their work, their activity is different. So that concept we learned in chapter number 15. After that we learned by one father. Students, in chapter number 15 we learned about son. Two sons, one who gets birth from one father, then also their interest, their activities, their work are different, various. That's concept we learn. Then we learn cultural speech. Means person, one who will not get everywhere. Cultural speech means cultural person will accept soft and sober speech and use sober speech towards others. And one example also we have seen in chapter number 15 about this cultural speech. Sometimes it's happened that one's owner is there and his assistant is very lazy one. At that time, owner want to use cultural speech for all, but his assistant is lazy one. At that time, he will use his speech with harsh word. Why? Because he want to join it, or he want to join or make busy to his assistant in his work. So that's why he used harsh words. Okay. Then we have seen Manu King said. In that chapter we have seen the great king Manu said, before you enter in the assembly, you have to decide that you will use your speech true. You will not make up one's mind that whatever I will speak in assembly, it will be false or lie. So according to Manu, we must have to prepare our script and then have to go in front of the people. Then moral. Students, in that we have got the moral that every time we have to use cultural speech according to person. If person belong to villagers, means village atmosphere, at that time we have to use that type of speech. So that is the moral we learned in that chapter number 15. Now students, today you have to learn poem number 16, Ajeyah Sah Bhavishyati. Ajay means get the victory. Sah means he or she. Bhavishyati means in future. So here the poem title given as he or she will surely get the success. That is the title of your poem. Students, An introduction given about Chanakya. Chanakya, one who was the great teacher, he has given these verses, whatever you can see in your poem. So let's, before wasting of our time, we have to understand these verses which said by great person Chanakya. First of all, I want to read this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 verses. You have to listen this. Siha, Deka, Baka, Deka, Shat, Swam, Tri, Ni, Gadar, Bat. Vayascha, Panchah, Shikshech, Chatwari, Kukuda, Dape. Students, first वर्ड में concept क्या है? Students, in first word you can see different types of animals name. Siha, Dek, Baka, Dek, okay, Gadar, Bat, Vayasat and Kukudat. Means something we have to learn from these animals. Second verse, Bhutam Alpakaya Vayo Naraha Kartumichanti Sarva Arambhena Tat Kurya Siha Deka Praketita. Second verse is given about lion speciality. आपको lion में से क्या सीखना है? थर्ड कॉन्सेप्ट सर्वे इंद्रियाणि तत्कुर्या सर्वे इंद्रियाणि संयम्यम भगवत प्रतितोचनः कालादेशो पन्ना अपि सर्वे कार्याणि साधयेत्. Students, the third verse is given about Bhagavat. Bhagavat means crane. What's we have to learn from crane? Fourth one given about Praptansi Sharashya Gnantavya Shvagnahi Swal Santushta Sunandraha Sukrachitra Prabhutascha Sharashya Gnantavya Shvaguna Hi Sata. Students, in these words we have to learn about dogs. Which types of things we have to learn from dogs? Now, fifth one is given as Avishramam Gade Param Sitoshna Chana Vindati Santostam Tataha Nityam Trini Shikshen Kadarbat. Students, in this words we have to learn about donkey. Which specialities we have to learn from donkeys? That's what we will learn here. Next, Guna Grahya Swastha Chaturya Kale Cha Analeha Sangraha Apramadam Analashyam Panchet Shikshen Vayasat. Okay, students, now in 6 you have to learn about Vayasat. Vayasat means crow. Crow means क्या सीखना है हमको? Okay, students, now 7C यद्वम चम प्रातः उत्थानम भोजनम सह बंधुभिः स्त्रियम आपदे अवतेना वृक्षेत चक्षुः चतुः शिक्षेत कुकुटात् means कुकुटात्. Kukutat means cock. Which specialities we have to learn from cock? That's you have to see here. Now 8 given as यह एतानि विषातानाम् आचरिष्यति मानवः कार्यावस्थासु सर्वाशः अजेयं सः भविष्यति. So in last moral we have to get of all these verses. Okay, students, let's, before wasting of time, we have to start next and translate. You have to keep notebook so you can write translate. I will read first words and then I will do translate. See, the first word given as Siha Deka means one thing from lion. Baka Deka, one thing from crane. Shat Shunaha, Shat means 6 things from dog. Trini Gadarbat means 3 things from Gadarbat means donkey. Vayasah Panchat means 5 things from the crow. And 6 Panchati Kukuda means Chatwari Kukuda means 4 things we have to learn from cock. So the first concept and first words given about this speciality, that we have to learn one thing from lion, one thing from crane, 6 things from dogs, and 3 things from donkey. 5 things from crow, and also we have to learn 4 things from cock. So this is the translation of first word, students. Okay. Now second see, Prabhutam Alpakarye Vayo Naraha Kartumichanti. Here the concept given to the human beings, a human one who want to do great and huge works. Prabhutam Alpakarya means the great work, and Vayo Naraha Kartumichanti means a certain person, one who want to do these things, means huge one you want to do. At the time, Sarva Arambhena Tat Kurya means as possible as start it. Siha neka para kirtanam means according to the lion, lion one who is the king of the forest, one who has to take decision as possible as fast. So here also human one who want to do huge work at that time, he must have to start his work as possible as no need to waste time according to the lion. So that is the translation of this what I repeat. A person one who want to do great or huge work have to start it according to the great king lion. So that is the concept of second stress. Now third stress. सर्वेन्द्रियाणि संयम्य भगवत पतितो जनः कालादेशो पन्नानि सर्वकार्याणि साधयेति. Students, here the concept here about crane. Okay, you know crane. Sarve indriyani means all types of sense. Sanyamya means control. Bhagavad patito janaha means person one who is lying crane, one who control all sense. यानी कि कोई ह्यूमन है जिन्होंने क्रेन की तरह अपनी सेंस को कंट्रोल किया हुआ है. काला देशो पन्नानि means as the time pass सर्व कार्याणि साध्यते means all types of works will be fulfilled. So that is the concept given here. Again I repeat, a person one who is like crane, one who control all sense. As the time pass, surely he will get the successness. So that is the translation of this third verse. Now fourth C. प्राप्तांसी स्वल्प संतुष्टः सुनिद्रः शीघ्रचेतनः प्रभुभक्तश्च सरश्च ज्ञातव्यः स्वगुणाहि शतः. Six things we have to learn from the dog. Swaguna Shataha. Praptansi means whatever we get, have to satisfy. So Alpa Santush means we have to satisfy by any way. Sanidra means we have to take much sleepiness. Sigra Chetan means we have to wake up as possible as fast. Prabhu's Bhaktascha means we have to be faithful to our order. Sharascha Nantavyaha means we have to fight in battlefield also. Shvagunahishara means these types of six things we have to learn from dogs. See, first one is Praptansi, second is Valpa, Sunindra, third one, Sigra Chetana, fourth one, Prabhu Bhaktascha, five one, and Sarascha means sixth one. So these six things we have to learn from dog. Okay? So remember these things student now. 5C. Avishramam Vadehbharam. Avishramam Vadehbharam means without rest, it's carried with burden. So Sitoshnam Chana Vindanti. Sitoshna means cold, winter season. Na Vindanti means not think about. Means it walk with burden. Which walk with burden without rest and never think about cold. Okay. Another thing, Santushtam Stada Nityam is always satisfied. Whatever given for food, it's satisfied to itself. 3D 6 Gadarbal means three things we have to learn from donkey. So this is the concept of this fifth one. Again repeat. Without rest, it walk with burden, never think about cold, and every time be satisfied. These three things we have to learn from donkey. Now 6C. Guda Grahya Swachari. Kale Charya Sangraha. Apramat Ananya. Panch 6 Vayasa. Panch means five things we have to learn. Good Grahya means always be mysterious. Swasya Chaturya means having used own Chaturya. Second. Third. Kale Chalaya Sangraha. Kale means as the time pass. Chalaya Sangraha means have to be save anything. And Apramad means every time busy. And Ananya means never be lazy. So these five things we have to learn from Vayasa means grow. Again repeat. Gudagrahya means always be mysterious. Swaschaturya means always use own clarity. Kale means as the time pass. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Kale Chalaya Sangraha means as the time pass we have to save whatever we have little bit, यानी कुछ ना कुछ हमको संग्रह करना चाहिए. Third, fourth, Apramat means never be free from work. means have to be busy, and Anayah means never be lazy. Panchat means these 5, 6, 8 via means these 5 things we have to learn from crow. Now 7c, Yuddha cha pratar utthanam bhojana sah bandhuभिः स्त्रियम आपवता रक्षे चतुर्थ शिक्षे कुक्कुटात्. यहाँ कॉक की बात हो रही है. We have to learn 4 things from the cock. One is Yuddha means we have to ready for battle. Second, pratar utta means we have to wake early in the morning. Third, bhojana sah bandhu means we have to take our food with our relatives. And fourth one is striyam apavata raksha means if any lady is in difficulty then have to protect. These 4 things we have to learn from cock. So I hope you understood this all 7 verses, and it given as moral lesson. यहाँ एताना विसति गुणानि, how many, which types of virtues are there? विसति गुणानि means this 20 virtues. Ajeyah manava means human being if follow this. Ajeyah means if follow this, human beings will follow this. Karya avasthan tu sarvasu ajeyah sah bhavishyati means all types of works will be turned into success. So that is the moral we have to get from this. Again I repeat last words. Yaha etana visati gunana means a person one who follow these 20 virtues. Okay. Ajeyah manava human beings means follow. Karya avasthansu means whatever work he or she will do. Sarvashu ajeyah sah bhavishyati, all types of these works will be turned into success. So that is the concept, and translation like this. A human beings, one who follow these 20 virtues, and at the time of work, surely he will be successful one. So that is the concept of 8 verses. I hope you understood this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 verses very well. Again and again you have to refer these 8 verses, so easily you can get it what is there. Okay students, according to these verses, we have to solve this question answer according as division. See how many things have to learn from life. How many things we have to learn from life? We have to learn one thing from life. And which are they? कौन सी things हम पढ़ेंगे? तो a person one who want to do huge work at that time have to start it. No need to think about as the lion. Lion राजा होता है, कभी सोचता नहीं decision at a time लेता है. That is the thing we have to learn from this. How many things have to learn from crane? We have to learn one thing from the crane. That's we have to control our all sense according to crane. So one day we will be successful one. Which are they? Dog. How many in which are they? Here in short I have written dog. How many things we have to learn from dogs? We have to learn 6 things from the dog. Okay. And which are they? We have to learn that whatever we get, we have to get satisfaction. Always ready to wake up, and always ready to do any work, and always be faithful to our owner, always ready to fight. And that is the thing we have to learn from donkey. How many things we have to? 3 things we have to learn from donkey. Okay, which are they? One who walk with murder without rest. Another never think about cold, and always be satisfied whatever given as food. That's the thing we have to learn from crow. We have to learn minimum 5 things from the crow, which we have to praptansi. Good grahya means always be mysterious. Swasthya chaturya means we always have to use our own ability. About crow I am telling solution. After that, as the time passes, we have to maintain that, have to preserve anything whatever we have. Another we have apramad means we have to busy to ourselves, and analya means never be lazy. These things we have to learn from crow. Cock, these things we have to learn from cock. 4 things we have to learn from cock. That's first one is that we have to ready in battlefield, and always wake up early in the morning, and we have to take food with our relatives. And 4th one is we always have to ready to protect lady. Okay, that's thing we have to learn. This is the revision whatever we learn today students. Again and again you have to repeat this video, and you have to translate in your notebook. At last I want to tell you take care.